there, and welcome to my first book, and we're just going to do a quick overview of this. Once again, we're brought to you by Elf Culture, and we're just going to give you a brief overview on how you can go through this with your kids. So, if you open this up, for the first couple of pages we have laundry, so you can go over laundry with your kids. You have all the dirty laundry up in the basket, of course. You can open up this door, put them in, show them that you would want to close the door and make sure that this gets washed. And when it's done, you can hang them up on the clotheslines as well and get that all taken care of. So that's all on the first page. On the next page, we have a belt that you can undo and do up at your leisure to kind of teach them the importance of doing up their pants and making sure that their pants don't fall down with the belt. And we also have hair here so that you can braid it, teach them how to braid their hair, give a bunch of different scrunchies here, some hair clips that all just can kind of come down here in the bottom as well. There is room to store them at the bottom there. And on the next page, we have shoes. So you can just teach them how to tie their shoes, teach them how to give a knot, double knot, all that kind of stuff, and just teach them the basics of that. And then we have a nice camp here with a tent and a campfire. And if you open this up, we have our little camper here. So you can teach about wanting to be around the campfire and looking up at the stars and the moon, but also making sure that when you go back in the tent, to make sure that that's all nice and fastened so nothing gets in while you're asleep. And we have both an apple tree and a carrot patch. And the apples you can actually remove and put away in the basket. So you and your kid can kind of gather those up, put them away, and you can teach them to just store them, as well as pull out carrots and put them away in their basket as well. Okay. And we have a pouch here on this page with a whole bunch of colored shapes in it. And all of them correspond to an area on the other page. So you can see the circle will go down here, and the square can go up here. And so it's just good for pattern recognition to kind of teach them, okay, this is a circle matches a circle and a square matches a square. And whenever you're done with those, you can actually just put them all away back in that pouch for later use. And you can lock that up and store that there. On the next page, we have a whole bunch of different flowers, and this one's just nice and simple, just to kind of arrange them however they like on either the left or the right side of the page. A common way to do it would be to just take a flower off and move them from one side to the other, just to get them used to unbuttoning and buttoning things with the buttons. Just like that. And on the next page, we have someone who's asleep, so you can untuck them from their bed and take them out and teach them to get dressed. So just over here we have a closet full of clothes. We have a bunch of different options, and because of the Velcro you can actually put them right on. So these are PJs or pajamas, and they can just be put on, and they're fairly secure when they're not falling everywhere. And so you can put on a dress and it's not going to go anywhere, so it's on there and nice and stuck. So this is a good way of just teaching them how to get dressed, what they want to wear for the day, and whenever they're done with their clothes, they can put them away back into the closet. And then you can tuck them in for bed, and you move on to the next page. Where here we have ice cream. So we have 4 different kinds of ice cream in this pouch. They're all different colors. So we have the yellow, the blue, the pink, and the red. And you can stack them up along the Velcro just like that, however many scoops your kids want to give themselves. And you can also always refer back to, maybe you want a smaller cone instead of a big one like this. But you can teach them about all the different types of flavors that you might have, how this could be like cherry, and this could be vanilla, or whatever you want to do to play with them with it. You can just put those all back away in that pouch when you're done. And then you have an abacus over here where you can just move these nice beads along the string to kind of just count them out and get a feel for what it feels like to have the different beads. And you have 1 through 5. And then when you're done, you can always get them to sign their name here. You can print it for them, as well as the telephone number and address, just in case this gets lost. And once again, this has been an Elf Culture book, and thank you so much for joining us for this overview.